When I was playing the Batman Arkham games, I couldn't help but yearn for a game about Jim Gordon. I wanted a game where you found yourself in charge of a police force in a city that was slowly unraveling itself with crime, mayhem, and unrest. I even wanted the day-to-day drama of allowing someone to take the day off, or dealing with City Hall, or asking for a raise. I wanted a game that would simulate what it was like to be at the top of a department and yet experience being pulled apart from all different sides. That's what crime drama in a dirty city is all about. And This Is the Police is that game, except instead of sticking to that Jim Gordon golden boy reputation, you can decide to be an insider with the mafia, the city hall brown noser, or a guy who goes straight for the throat and fighting the gangs.
Left. Be the hero. Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
The best part is that it's not piled on you all at once. It slowly creeps into the gameplay, and sure enough, by day 10, you'll feel like you're drowning in obligation, scandal, and mistakes. I even restarted the game a couple times because I didn't like the mistakes that I had made, and I wanted to go back and fix them.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
This Is the Police is a game about trying to make the best out of a crappy situation. There's a point in the game where City Hall asks you to use force against a women's rights protest, and of course I wasn't going to do that, but the consequence was that I didn't get a raise or any more police officers that I asked for. And once you get involved with the mafia, you kind of have to decide what situations you want to intervene with or turn a blind eye. Like, if a mobster is going to shoot up City Hall or a courthouse, you probably want to send some cops in. But if they're just stealing from an aluminum factory, who cares? The choices that you make in real time make the most difference. And as the days continue, you'll see the wear and tear on your department, as well as your own sense of morality. Like, by day 10, most of the time I wasn't even reading the mob requests. I was just doing what they needed because I knew not sending cops into danger was the best way to make money. The gameplay is part police sim, part morality wheel, part story about a depressed cop who doesn't have his family or his wife or really anything anymore except for his retirement fund that you are in charge of making sure he gets. A majority of the game is spent right here, telling your officers where to go, your detectives what to investigate, and getting those not-so-fun messages from people who have a lot more money and power than you do. I like the simplicity of the game, and it takes place on the model of the city, so you can kind of visualize where your cops are going and where everything is set up. It's a smart design if you already like simulators, and you can appreciate the simplicity of it since your real decisions aren't about percentages or building things. It's about people and problems. It's about time management and making tough choices based on your personal morality, safety, and need for that retirement money. Of course, the simplicity becomes a little boring later. Like, with Roller Coaster Tycoon, you have these day-to-day tasks that you have to do, but you also get the joy of building a roller coaster. There's nothing really to build here. You can upgrade, but those are even few and far between if you're not doing well with City Hall. And sometimes things will happen that will make you want to quit. It's not like a rage quit, it's more like a sad quit. Like, one time I sent my officers on what I thought was going to be a routine assignment, and all of the women on the assignment got murdered. It was pretty sad, and I didn't want to face having to deal with their funeral arrangements and having to hire new officers, and what could I have done differently? It was also sudden, and I sad quit. And that's not really a knock on the game. If anything, if a game can make me care about a couple cards on the screen, that's pretty impressive. And the story itself is pretty fun, too. The meat of it is told through this visual novel with a few dialogue choices. The scenes themselves aren't too long, and the voice acting is really
Yesterday I turned
great.
60.
It's
but
really
I still
good,
take his
but
advice. Not because I'm
Does that sound
sentimental
familiar
or
to you
want to
guys?
keep
Is
the
that-
memory of my
Blow
father.
it out your
I-
ass.
I just can't think of a better
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, so anyway, the voice acting in this game is amazing. Like, lots of noir-style gravelly voices and eccentric characters. It really enhances the already pretty impressive writing and characters. Oh, and the music in this game is amazing. Like, check it out. You can pick out which final you want to play at the beginning of each day, and a lot of them are pressed in color. I mean, that's like a record collector's dream. Except they're pretty weirdly expensive. And this is the only cosmetic thing in the game, really, but you better believe I spent way too much money on collecting these records. Look, this game probably isn't going to make you happy, and I'm pretty sure there's no way to play this game without feeling like you've done something wrong. But when you do something good, it feels good, like stopping a clown from selling drugs on the ice rink, or giving a middle finger to City Hall for their dumb requests. That part feels pretty great, and the choices in the game are interesting and very dramatic. And if you can zen out for a few hours in a police simulator, this game is probably for you.
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank.